Hey, hey, hey. Thanks for vibing with
CeCe and
ChiChi, where we talk about all the hot topics. What's your vibe? How was your spring break without the break, girl?
Right, basically. It was good. Like, I enjoy any type of new month, new holiday, whatever it may be. I like a new week, a new day. I'll take what I can get. So, how was your spring break? What did you end up getting to?
Yeah, we went all around the city. We went to some water parks. We got in the water. I was, facing some fears. Crazy stuff happened. I left my contacts here at the house. So I had to, do all the slides with my adventurous kids with my glasses on. So one particular ride, when I went in the water, my glasses went up in that water. And I can't see without my glasses. So the lifeguard had to jump in there and dive and use his lifeguard skills to find my poor little glasses. So Vibe Squad, if y'all see some scratches on my glasses, I apologize. I had an issue, okay?
I'm glad they saved your glasses.
They saved that bad boy, honey. They blew the whistle. I was like,
clear out the way so they can go to work. Put them to work, girl. They
yes,
too.
Girl, it was crazy. It was kind of like interesting though. Like everybody was going like this. I was like,
stopped everything. You're gonna cause a scene.
I'm telling you, when they gave me my glasses, I was like, yeah.
The kids, they was cheering you on.
My kids were cheering me on, and they wanted me to make jokes. They kind of stepped back a little bit. It was like, can you see this? Can you see this? I was like, 2, 5. It was like a whole dramatic scene, girl. But
oh, it's so cute. I love that. Family vibes. That is too much fun, girl. Teamwork.
Yeah, I love the color. What vibes are we on with that today? How are we feeling? What's going on?
I want to do something subtle for the birthday, girl. Getting ready for some birthday shenanigans. So
yes, it's your birthday.
Yes.
It's your birthday.
Town this weekend, hang out with family.
Yes.
So I can't wait to celebrate. It's some other birthdays. My cousin's birthday. It's just like woo, party left and right. So here for it.
All right.
This is my spring break.
Okay, why not? So what we talking about today? What we on, boo?
Let's get into these topics, girl. So I wanted to know, how do you feel about having confidence in your abilities? How important is it? Even if it's like a new ability that you are working on, trying to establish, or something that you already know that you're good at, how does confidence play into things?
What is your thoughts on it? I'm going to ponder a little bit more. I have a couple ideas. But what are your thoughts on that so far?
So I think with confidence in your abilities, it's really important. Okay, so the reason, the background on this topic, right?
Yes.
So not to get too much publicity, but I heard through the social media network that Natalie Nunn, she was on she wasn't on Basketball Wives. What was she on? Bad Girls Club. She was on one of the episodes of Bad Girls Club. And then Tommy Lee, she was on Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, yes.
Girl, they met up for a whole boxing match.
Ooh.
Yes. So between the two, who do you think would win?
Wait, oh my gosh. I don't remember Natalie.
Right.
I don't remember Natalie, but I know Tommy. And I know Tommy, she gives off that she has some boxing skills.
Right.
So I would put money on Tommy.
So Natalie was just very confident in all her interviews, whatever, I'll take on whoever, whenever, whoop-de-woo, right?
Right.
When the match actually took place, Natalie, put Tommy to sleep, girl. Let her out in the ring.
I have to watch this. Oh my gosh. Is it pay-per-view or something like that?
You can Google it. I mean, not Google it, but YouTube too. Google YouTube.
Yes.
And so Natalie was just so confident in her ability. And I think she was able to talk up a good game. I feel like when you have confidence, of course you have to be able to back it. But when you're just so sure in your own abilities, or if you're like, hey, I'm going to get some strength somewhere, I'm just going to, quote unquote, fake it till I make it, or talk it up and boost it so that I can have more confidence in myself. Even people, I think, with a certain level of confidence in themselves. Sometimes, you know, you have to put on a certain persona when you're trying to get a job interview, when you're like on a first date. Like, I do think confidence plays a huge factor. Not like that false confidence, but just like, okay, I know there's something good there. I know I have certain capabilities. I might as well show up and show out a little bit.
That's right, right. Okay, so that's really a lot of good context there. And I agree, having that confidence will play a big role, because if you speak it out, and you speak it to existence. So, you know, sometimes, you know, my husband says that a lot, actually. I'm like, man, I need to do this, or this is going to happen to me. So I'll say something negative. He's like, no, you can't put that in the environment. That's so right. Speak out positivity, so that you can eventually, you will get it. So just be confident in whatever skill you do, because, you know, it will be perceived to others that you're confident. And whether you know what you're doing or not, I mean, if you have that confidence, then that's all that matters. You tried, but you definitely don't want to go in there, you know, unconfident, because you already weakened your defense. You already weakened your armor. So, you know, go in there confident, whatever happens, happens. But you don't want to go there and just give up. So, yeah, I definitely feel like you need to be confident, because whatever you're doing, it depends on whatever scenario you're in. For other people to believe in you, you have to give that perception, like you said, that false perception, whatever it may be. But you have to armor your mentals, because your mentals are going to be what aids your physical. That's what's going to be able to help you, whatever you're trying to do. So that's probably what, you know, happened with Natalie.
Yeah, and even to like what your husband was saying, I do think there's power in your words. So why not speak highly of the things that you're good at and bring those to the forefront, instead of worrying about the things that you may not be as strong in? Like, if you're needing to perform or present, you're going to have to put your best foot forward, literally. So I think that's what kind of goes along with confidence, just realizing that, hey, in this moment, I'm not worried about the other things that may play against me. I'm talking about what I'm good at and what I'm bringing to the table right here and now. This is right. And whatever. These are my good qualities. These are, you know, what I thrive in. This is how I represent myself, whatever it may be. But I do believe confidence helps you carry on, even if you do end up falling a little short amongst the way, but you still, you know, did your best at least.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, you showed up.
Exactly. So nobody can fault you by trying. But if you go in there and not try, then yeah, people are going to talk about it. But if you came in there with your, you know, your head up, your arms up, you know, whether they punch you and you fall down and you have to, you know, get the ambulance, you tried. So that's all that matters. But all right. Yeah.
Along the other topic that I wanted to talk to you about, and there's like two other ones, but I'm going to discuss this one first.
Okay, girl.
How do you feel about self-inflicted problems or issues in life versus things that just happen naturally, that just occur? And if you want my feedback, I can give you like my perspective on it while you think about it. But if you want to jump in there, girl, feel free.
Yeah, I want to hear some more. If you got context for it too, I want to hear a little bit more from you, and then just, you know, kind of go from there.
Yes, and our viewers, subscribers, let us know what you think about just issues in general. Yeah. And issues I'm talking about are either, in my mind, I have this framework where it's like there's self-inflicted issues, or there's just like natural occurrences that take place, whether it's weather, natural disasters, or, you know, something unfortunate, just like existential stuff. You know, we all have a time frame. We all have to go at some point, you know, or things like, you know, you were speeding down the highway and then you get into an accident. Like,
right.
That's not really natural occurring to me. So in my mind, I'm like, a lot of times I think we can make the executive decision as adults, as mature individuals to, hey, I'm going to try to like cut off some of the mistakes that I feel like may occur naturally. Like, I don't want to cause more issues for myself. So let me be more strategic about the quote unquote mistakes that I make. Because at the same time, is it a mistake if you knew you were going to do something like ridiculous? Okay, so girl, I've finally been watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yeah. But I'm like, season 1.
Good. Oh, girl, you got a long way to go, boo. Yes. Yeah, I'm so happy. Okay.
With, you know, Mel and Martell and everything, it's like, you knew you've been doing these dirty deeds and you're going to claim that it was a mistake to try to keep your wife on the front end. But the mistake took place, the mistake that you committed took place for over a year, or at least a year. That's not a mistake no more.
Not a mistake.
This is not a natural occurring issue or disaster. This is you making a decision and causing self-inflicted problems in your marriage.
That's right.
So that's just another example, girl.
Yes. No. I'm not going to say much about the show because you have a long way to go. And that 1 year you talked about, we're going longer than that. But yeah, like you said, there's things that you can do to yourself that it's just not a mistake, and you're conscious enough to know that you shouldn't be doing that. But the question is, why do you still do that? Like, that just brings it to cheating. And why do you do it? You know that you love your wife. You know you love your kids, and you don't want, anything to happen to your wife and kids and that unity you have. But why do you cheat? I don't know that answer. I don't know why people cheat, because a lot of people cheat, and I don't know that answer. I really wish, like, I sometimes talk to my husband, like, why men cheat? Why ladies cheat? Why do people cheat in general? You have this beautiful, wife. You have this beautiful husband. Why are they cheating? What is it? And then he always tells me, maybe he's the communication, they're missing communication, or there's something lacking in that marriage. I'm like, but why don't they just talk about it? Because I don't understand. He says it's all about communication. If every relationship don't have that communication where you can just talk about it, you can just vibe out about it. So every relationship don't have that. So he, in his mind, was thinking that's the reason why people cheat. And then if that's not the issue, then they're lacking something in their marriage that they didn't communicate, or they just have a problem. So we actually spoke about this like last week. He said those are the three reasons: either they have a problem, or the lack of communication, or they're needing something that they lack to communicate to the significant other. Because I just really don't know why people cheat. And they can have a very nice, family, and I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, and we don't condone a lot of things, and cheating, of course, is one of them. We don't condone that, regardless of the situation. If you're in a committed relationship, you're in a committed relationship, and we acknowledge that there's other things that you can do that are going to cause somebody to lose trust in you, that you're self-inflicting, making it harder for yourself. Like, we can even go into, like, not saying we're professionals in any way, state, or form, but like substance abuse or any addiction. And I think really, based on what you and your husband talked about, I think it's that last option. I think it's really the person just has an issue, because it goes back to that person's ability to not be able to communicate, to not being able to share, not being honest with their own shortcomings and struggles and things like that. I think it's a lack of self-awareness or not wanting to acknowledge it. It could be narcissism, but it really doesn't have to do with the other person. Like, I think a lot of times, they want to always be like, oh, well, this person wasn't giving me this, and, she got busy, she had the kids, and, she was working. Okay, well, did you communicate this to her consistently?
Right.
And when she did not do that, does that mean you just give up and be like, oh, well, I need to go ahead and get my needs fixed, get my life, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the solution? Or do you really work through it when it comes to the cheating situation? But I feel like there's so many other self-inflicted issues that we cause on ourselves that, there's enough things going on in this world where we can wait till just the natural random stuff that happens, being in traffic and missing a deadline or whatever it may be, that we don't have to bring more things into ourselves. That's what I'm like trying to figure out. And does it go back to the whole, self-fulfilling prophecy, like what you think is what it becomes or what it is and stuff? Does it get to that extent?
And then also just being curious. People just want to, find out, is it greener on the other side? Is it greener on the other side? Somebody may package yourself so well, and you just want to taste that thing. You just want to, see what's up. And then you find out you don't make this self-inflicted mistake. And now, because you already made the mistake, you may keep engaging in the mistake, or it's not a mistake. Who knows? No one knows. But I'm just always interested in that because, really in my mind may be very narrow. It just made me very narrow and not really broad in this type of, conversations. But I think every lady and every man have the same thing. So I think they have the same thing, right? So I definitely understand that lady different. I'm just gonna say from ladies' perspective, different ladies can work it different, maybe. But you can train somebody. You can if it's something you really want and is really interested to you, you can talk and communicate that to your significant other. And there's ways to learn it. It's not a science behind, getting it on. It's really not. My mind may be very narrow.
You have a different experience.
What the strippers can do, honey, ain't nothing on me, baby. Ain't nothing on me.
Alrighty. Okay. You're back in.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it just comes down to people want to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't care. This is where it's at and this is what it is. And it's up to that person to decide, hey, are these within my boundaries? Is it something I can continue to forgive? Because I do believe it takes a special person to be able to allow and know if their person is continuously doing something wrong and you're giving them that space to grow with you to potentially a detriment to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you are denying your needs to allow that person to continue to do whatever they need to do, then it's like, are you then implying that self-infliction on yourself?
Yeah.
It gets deep.
True. Yeah, so then I want to ask the viewers, just comment down. Is cheating a deal breaker for you? If someone cheats on you, is that a deal breaker for you? Or do you give them time to try to figure it out? Or do you do counseling first? What do you do? Let us know. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Is cheating a deal breaker for you?
Yeah, that's a good question because it may not be for everyone.
It may not be for everyone. It shouldn't be. I don't know. That's the topic that's going on in Basketball Wives that I'm watching now.
Really?
Do you just, one of the ladies' husband cheated and she wants to have a divorce, but her other friends are saying, are you sure? You don't want to just work it out. I've been through this, but this is how we worked it out and stuff like that. So,
because women think in a certain industry is like expected.
Yeah.
So, they're like, girl, what? That's all? But
that's it.
Time, if it's a deal breaker, it doesn't matter where you're at. Like, because some people feel like, okay, well, if you cheat on me, I'm going to be cheating on you. We're going to be going back and forth. Is that the right way to go about it? And I just don't feel like everybody cheats. I know both men and women cheat.
Right.
But I don't feel like every person is going to have that same struggle. So, yeah, viewers, we would love to know your thoughts about this topic. Give us your feedback.
Yeah.
And so the last thing I want to discuss is cussing.
Ooh.
Like dropping an F-bomb and saying, some vulgar terms. How do you feel about cursing?
I mean, it depends on the setting. Like, it just depends on the setting. Like, if someone's just cursing all through the day, all day long, I'm still not going to judge them because some people just have sailor mouths and that's just them. But I know myself personally, I'm not a cusser, but sometimes I've just been stressed and I just like say some crazy stuff, but I really don't cuss that much. Yeah. But I don't judge those who really do cuss either. But I feel like I don't know if you want to cuss, but I guess it's not the most professional thing to do, or so I guess it depends on where you are to me. But I mean, it's not all. I mean, just cussing just to be cussing sake, it can be done with. I can do without it actually.
Yeah, I think it's like a level of verbal control. Like you gotta see what room you're in. And I mean, some people feel like, well, if I'm a cuss, I'm a cuss. Like, that's how I communicate. And I don't think there's, like you said, I'm not going to judge you. But for me, like, if somebody's cussing every sentence, it's just like,
right.
Okay. But that's just my preference. Like, I don't care. I know the people that I'm around immediately don't necessarily cuss, but they will drop some cuss words. They will.
Right.
It's not like all the time consistently.
Right.
But when they drop a cuss word, I'm not like, what? Why would you say that? Like,
right.
Like, it's not even that deep. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with it. But I do believe there's like a setting that may be appropriate. And then the cussers may be like, well, if I'm a cusser, I'm just going to cuss when I want to. It doesn't matter about the setting.
But so you can't, every setting does matter, though. That's just real life.
Yeah.
I can't turn up at church. unless I'm turning up praising the Lord. So, every setting is different. I mean, I can't have birthday vibes when I'm, I don't know, in the hospital trying to save a life. So every setting does affect how you are. And that's just what we talked about the last episode.
Yeah, adaptability.
Exactly. If you didn't catch the last episode, go ahead and catch it. This is the last episode. So, you kind of get up to date, So.
Yeah, and let us know what you want to hear. We love to get your feedback in the comments. And, what do y'all like? What do y'all not like? We're open, whatever it may be. What topics do you want to talk about? Do you feel like we should have guests? Because we are going to be switching up some things pretty soon.
It's coming up. Yes,
spicy, yes. Moving, and we're very excited. So I can't wait to continue to, do these releases and get y'all's feedback.
Yeah, stay tuned. We have so many more exciting things. We have so many guest speakers coming. So one thing that I'm doing right now, and I want you guys to keep me accountable, is I'm losing weight. I'm back in the gym, so I've been going to the gym 3 times a week, trying to, slim down. So please keep me accountable. Check on me, Vibe Squad. Write in the comments. If you want to get updates on how I'm doing and whatnot, please keep me accountable because, losing weight is a journey. After having my 4th child, it took me some time to get back in it. So, yeah, I'm in it. And that's what I'm doing to help me with my balance that we've been talking about, help me with the self-care. So that's what I've been doing. I'm feeling so good so far. So, yeah, and let me know what you guys are doing for your self-care and your balance. So let's talk about it.
And ChiChi, I will say, once you put your mind to something, you're going to accomplish that thing. Bottom line is the thing will be accomplished once your mind is made up. So do you have a goal you want to share? Do you have a certain amount within a certain month or frame? You want to speak on that? Or
yeah, so I think I'm going to go ahead and say 50 pounds because I'm going to stick with this working out. And I want to do 50 pounds. I'm working out. I'm lifting weights. I'm doing a full body. So it's going to be probably slow. But I want to do a good 50 pounds. Yeah.
Calorie deficiency. Calorie deficiency is so important. And maybe we'll have some more topics about this because I'm very proud of you, girl. I encourage it. I support it. I'm cheering you on.
Yeah, and I know this balance and self-care. It just, I reflected on myself and I'm I know that I'm busy and everything like that, but I need that self-care. That's why some of our episodes, when I'm speaking to you, I'm listening, I'm learning. I'm you know what? I want to take some of that on my life and I can't keep putting everything else, that's happened externally and forgetting about myself. So I've been feeling really good that I'm doing it. I'm working out tomorrow, and it's just making me feel happy. So, yeah. So
even if it's 30 minutes. Yeah.
Exactly. Quick 30.
You are glowing, so I say stick with it. Girl, we'll keep each other encouraged. But yes, ma'am, you will see some results. I can't wait.
Yes. Well, anyways, y'all, thanks for tuning in with CeCe and ChiChi. Like always, comment, subscribe, tune in every Saturday at 12 o'clock. All right, y'all. Bye.
Vibes out.
Loud extra.